Hey guys, welcome back to my series on solving LeetCode problems. And this video is for 234 palindrome linked list. And what do we need to do? Given the head of a singular linked list, return true if it's a palindrome or false otherwise. So I already wrote a solution for this, and it's like not so elegant. So basically I'm just iterating over the palindrome, over the list, saving the values on the array, and then just checking if the values are equal to the values in reverse. Well, this works, but it just doesn't gives us a good solution. Yeah, the runtime is this, memory is this, but we can do a lot better. And how can we do a lot better? So there's one strategy. I'm going to go to Paint to explain it to you. And I was doing some research and I learned this from watching other solutions. So let's say I have a better mouse where this doesn't happen. Okay. So this is a linked list and the value is 1. Let's increase the size. 2, 3, and actually 1, 2, 2, and 3. Okay. So let's say we have this. What we could do is we could go all the way to the end. We can find the middle point. And one way of finding the middle point is, if you remember the cycle detection algorithm, there was one pointer that was going one at a time, and then there was another one that was going twice. Like it was skipping one and going to the other. Actually, I'm going to create one more node for the sake of the explanation. Just to make it simpler, it's easier to understand. Okay, now okay, this is a palindrome. So let's look at this. So our first objective is to find the middle point. So there's one that goes 2 in a row. So while this one goes to number 7, there's another one that goes to number 2. And this goes from number 7 to this one. And this one goes from 2 to 7. And this one is like, okay, I've reached the end. And this one can say, oh, then if you reach the end and you're just going twice as fast as me, then I must be in the middle. So yeah, now what does it do? Now it goes and iterates and reverses the linked list from here to here. So we've done this before, we covered it and we know how to reverse one. So let's say the linked list is linked this way. So we just want to reverse all the connections from the middle to the end. So we need to turn them into this. Sorry, there was a bug. Not my fault. Okay, so we need to turn it into this, and we need to save the reference of this last one. So what do we do then? Then we just iterate from this one all the way to the end, and this one all the way to the end. and we check for each iteration, and it's one by one, both of them, if the values are exactly the same. So if 1 equals 1, then 2 equals 2, and then they meet, it's equals. If there's nothing else to go, nowhere else to go, it breaks. So let's write that. So while, fast one is head, slow is head. So while fast and fast dot next, fast equals fast dot next dot next, slow equals slow dot next. So when we reach this point, we have the middle point. Slow is the middle point. So if slow is the middle point, then what we need to do is go from 7 to 2 and change, say that 7, that the next of 7 is none, the next of 2 is 7, and the next of 1 is 2. So while slow, I can say that slow dot next is none. Well, let's just say previous. Previous equals none. Slow dot next equals previous, and actually, I think we need to save the value somewhere. Temporary slow equals slow. Slow dot next equals previous. Oh, we can just go next value. We'll slow dot next, and in this case it will be 2. Slow dot next will be previous, and I think we can say slow equals next value. And so previous slow will be next value. And previous won't be none anymore. Previous should be slow. Previous slow. Slow equals next value. And we do that all the way next value, slow, 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 next value. If next value is none, break. So at this moment, let me just move my camera. So at this moment, we know that the second half is reversed, and we also know slow is the last element. So now we can just go while slow or while fast, we could just say if, oh, now we can go with, oh, we can say head equals head.next, and slope equals slow.next. And we do that, and we always check if slow.val is different than head.val, return false. Otherwise, we do this while, and then at the end, return true. Let's run this. Got accepted, submit, and it worked. Well, guys, I hope you understood my explanation. So it beats all of this and it beats all of this. I'm happy. Maybe I could do some improvements here. Maybe. See you later.